Hi, I'm Ginger, and I'm sharing today a step-by-step video painting a bird and flowers. So we're going to get started right now, and what I'm going to begin with is a sketch of the bird. So you will grab a piece of paper. You can get watercolor paper at Walmart, at Hobby Lobby, different places. If you don't have watercolor paper, just get any paper. It's good to just start where you can. So you're going to sketch out the beak first of this bird, and you can take a Rapidograph pen or an art pen, or if you don't have that on hand, my sons took my art pens, so I'm using a regular pen tonight. Use black. Make sure you use black ink, not blue. And so we're going to sketch out this bird so that we have a point of reference rather than just willy-nilly trying to do it. You could do it without sketching it first if you're really good at, but there's no way to really backtrack, so it's kind of good to go ahead and sketch it out first, in my opinion. But I can leave that up to you, of course, because you're your own person. And some artists don't like the lines in their paintings. They don't like you can also use a pencil if you don't like the dark black lines. You can get drawing pencils at Hobby Lobby or Michael's Arts and Crafts store or Walmart, or, you can buy the different art pencils. And it's good to get a variety of softness or hard pencils because you don't want to, be stuck with a pencil that you don't like. So it's good to get a variety going and all that good stuff. Okay, so what we have here is a basic sketch of the bird. Get those legs in. And, it's on this branch. So we're going to draw some flowers into. You can go ahead and either draw the flowers in ahead of time or just kind of paint them as you go if you prefer to do that. That is completely up to you, So I like to make greeting cards. So this will probably become a greeting card by the time I'm done. Okay, so we've got the bird sketched in. You don't have to sketch every little last detail in. You can go ahead and do the black part of the wing if you want by sketching that in with your black ink, or you can use black paint and just paint it in. Either way, whatever you're comfortable with. So we might just end up painting the tail black with the black paint instead of me using so much of this ink. Okay, so it's not going to be exactly like this paint, like the painting that you see in the background, but it'll be similar. So we've got our little blue flower here, a sketch of it. Now the bell. Okay, the bellflower. All right, and then this clover peeking through. Okay, so we've got a few flowers here going. We don't have to sketch every last one of them right now. We can just kind of start with this, and we can always add more in as we want to. Okay, so what we have here is the sketch of this bird. And so let's get started with painting. Take a small brush, your smallest brush. I like to use the small brushes. I feel like I have more control. Unless I'm doing like a background. This one is just white for the background, so I'm not really concerned with trying to, make it I'm not trying to change the background, is what I'm trying to say. I'm fine with it being white on this one. So we're taking our paint and we're going to do like a tan color. So you're going to take your tan, or if you don't have tan, take your brown and mix it with white until you get the consistency that you want. It doesn't have to be exactly the same color, but similar. So we're going to do the head. If it's too thick, just add a little water to your brush, to your paint. And so just dab in this color where you see that it should be tan. And have your water handy. Okay, so doing the if it's too dark, just add a little bit of white. And you may not get exactly the same exact look on each painting. Like if I was going to paint a rose and then I painted it again, it might be slightly different. If I painted a dandelion, it might be slightly different the second or third or fourth time I painted it. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be identical. That's what color copies are for, right? If you want it to be identical, you can go get it color copied somewhere. So what we have here is the belly done of this bird and the head. Now we're going to work on the rust color that you see. So you can mix a little bit of brown, a little bit of red, and a little bit of white, and work that in. Just kind of eyeball it where it should go. And now we're going to do this brown color that you see. You can always add a little bit of white, like I said, if you get too much darkness in there. Or if it goes too light, do the opposite. Add a little more brown in if you've gotten it to be too light. So when I initially drew it, I drew it too thin, so I brought the line out further for the wing, as you can see. So the paint should cover that mistake. Some artists say we never make a mistake because we can always fix things with paint. Some people believe that. I think a lot of times you can, sometimes you can't, but a lot of times you can just cover it up or make something out of it. The other day I messed up and made it too thick. And so I turned it into a rock. Not the bird, but the thick part. And it worked out. It actually did work out. So you can modify things. You just have to get clever. And when you use your paint, you can cover up a lot of mistakes too with paint. So that's always good. So if you have white showing, you could just take your brush and fill in those white spots there. We don't really want the white showing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the tail. We need black. Okay. So just lightly. Takes a light touch. You don't want to be hasty. You want to make each stroke count. Okay. So just add a little bit of water if your paint is too thick. That's the nice thing. You can always add some water. I like watercolors. They're so nice to work with compared to oil paints or other media out there. I like this the best. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the beak. Okay, so far we have this much done. It might not look exactly the same. Like I said, when you're painting, if you paint something the second, third, fourth time, it might slightly vary. We're going to do the blue flower now. Let's get that stem in. Let's get the stem in. Okay, let's work on these two flowers. Once you get your consistency right, start up here by the stem and work your way down. Add a little water. Just fill in those white areas. Okay, let's go ahead and do the clover. We'll take purple and white and mix it. Once you get your consistency right, start at the stem. I like to dab it at the end. If you go a little outside the lines, it's okay. Fill in the white part. Okay, so let's take a look. We're not going to do these other flowers or the branch yet. I will do that on my own time. I don't want this video to get too lengthy. So basically that showed you how to paint a bird and some flowers, and you can add many flowers in. Just be creative. You can add in flowers, you can add in berries, you could add in different trees, different grass blades. You could add in a sunset in the background or mountains in the background. Just be creative. It doesn't have to look just like mine. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.